brothers and sisters, generals, family, current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view, welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. And we, of course, up in the universe, like I tell you, every other podcast, there'll be either nature, universe, or over the building. There'll always be things like that on my thumbnail or banner, because that's what my ancestors, that great divine, puts in one spirit. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time zone you're in. And the question I had to ask, brothers and sisters, those who are seeking popularity and, and see things that's going on. One question I have to ask, those who have lived a devilish life and it's coming to come to an abrupt end like a train wreck. All I got to ask, was it worth it? And those who are seeking to be close to that position or think because they standing next to someone that's famous or whatever, and it make them famous. I have to say, after all we've been through and seen and researched in this life, do you still want to be famous? Do you really still want to be famous? All that we know and everything that has come to the surface. If you still want to be famous right now, I'm sorry, I got to keep it raw. You just stupid. Real talk. So you better get to know oneself, because it's more than just a saying now. Now a lot of us are starting to see things come into fruition, and it's not good for some people because it's not a joke. Now I'm telling you, whether people want to admit to it or not, or acknowledge it, righteous energy is the way to go today. I'm telling you, because see, like I say, I have my own little theories, but that great divine is beginning to magnify itself along with Mother Nature. They doing some, if you paying attention, some of us are, some of us are connected, and they're doing some amazing things. And I said a long time ago, and a lot of us have made predictions, I've said a long time ago, and that great divine, Mother Nature, is drawing that line right down the middle, and it's separating the wrong from the right. So those who are righteous, pat yourself on the back. And I'm not just talking about highly educated or deep spiritual people. I'm talking about people who just striving to just be right, period. Hey, you don't think the great divine, don't appreciate that? Of course, because great divine knows us better than we know ourselves. So even if we're not this super educated person, or if we're just a good person, period, that's good energy, brothers and sisters. It doesn't matter. Good energy is good energy, whether it's coming from someone high with a high level of self-awareness, or someone that's trying to seek it, but not hurting nobody, because that's what it's about. Not hurting oneself or no one else. Because my fellow content creators, brothers and sisters, family, we have to, really keep our eyes open and empty our minds and sift through the trash. Empty our minds and sift through the trash. That's why I got this on my banner, because I tell you, that's why I have different things on my banner than a lot of other people. I spoke on a podcast called the Honey Bee Theory. I bring this up every now and then, and the media is the honey, and some of us are the bees, because they throw something out there, and I swear they just keep repeating the same thing over and over and over. I don't know why people don't pay attention. And even if it's just on our banners and thumbnails, my opinion, my theory, I think we should be careful. As I talked about on a podcast a couple of days ago, the things, we talk about sorcery and wicked things. And to me, just my opinion, I think we should be careful the things we talk about or put on our banner, or who we're putting on our banner and thumbnails, because we don't want that weird ass energy. It's weird. You know what I mean? This whole thing and this individual, I'm talking in code, that's in the media, is weird, and I observe from the outside. I wait till I'm just going to sit back like that great divine and just watch it all play out. Because if you had a high level of self-awareness, brother, sister, family member, you already know how it's going to play out. So why talk about it? And we already know these things that we see, that we already been knowing for the last 10, 15 years. Because like many others, I'm sure, I've been studying and researching and stuff. And man, this stuff that's going on with this individual, it's been happening for so freaking long. It's just amplified because of social media. That's it, And I'm telling you, I don't know like I say, all I can say is alleged, allegations, all that stuff. Just to have those things out about you is enough. Now, going back to emptying our mind and sift through this freaking trash out here. Real talk. Our content creators, brothers and sisters, family, don't give in to this shit too much. Empty our mind, Just let it flow. Like we see, like I always say, Chinese or Asians or any brother that's a real master martial artist and really knows how to meditate. That's why we need to meditate. Real talk. Cause this stuff, holy crap. I sit back, man, I see this stuff as rapid fire negative energy, So we gotta be rapid fire positive energy and back up from this shit. And don't talk about it so much, Focus on our own lives, and everybody, everybody's not gonna go the same direction as a real righteous brother and sister gonna go. But what I always say, folks, when everybody else go left, we go right. I'm talking about the lights of the world, When everybody else go right, we go left. Real talk. If I didn't say that backwards, I say it again. Everybody else go left, we go right. Everybody else go right, we go left. We have to empty our mind and do what's best for us, our families, and focus on our children and our lives, And it's just a little protection I want to give brothers and sisters, those who speaking, because you do have those that mean well out there. So this is coming from a place of love, because I've learned from many great brothers and sisters that have platforms, because I listen. Again, I might not go in chat rooms, I might not comment a lot, but I tell you one thing I do, brothers and I do. But what we all should do, one thing that I always do, and that's learn and comprehend. Because if one don't learn and comprehend, we'll never see things. We'll always miss things. We gotta, because a lot of our brothers and sisters are awakened, but you don't think evil entities know that? Evil entities know that people are rising and awakening. So what are they gonna do? Go become more dynamic, more crafty, and change things up. Because remember, the devil never changed. The game of the devil never changed. The faces change, but the game remains the same. So if you know these things, you're ready for these distractions that they're throwing out here. They've done it before. And I think I even heard Ice Cube say that, if I'm not mistaken. He was on Twitter one time. And like he said, it'll just be another one. And that's real talk. And I said on a podcast about turning our back on evil entities. And remember, you know what? I'm going to put that in my preview. Because I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, my content creators, go back and look at some of our old videos or podcasts that we have done and look at the predictions that we have made. We'll amaze ourselves, because I've made, thank for the power of that great divine. I ain't come up with it myself. Of course, that higher force gives us that power. If we tuned in, if we locked in, mind, body, and soul, and we're controlling what? See, hear, and feel. And what's the most important? Y'all hear me say 1,000 times, because it's important. The psyche, baby. Real talk. The psyche. That's important. You control your psyche, you can be a superhero, a real superhero, without the damn cape. Real talk. And like I said in a song, I say it again. It's no mistake. You know what I'm saying? That melanated hues are heroes with no cape. Because that's where heroes stem from anyway. We the one with the heroic abilities. Look at us in sports. Look, everything we do, we perfect it, and we go above and beyond. And we take the sport to a whole nother damn level. Great Divine give all melanated brothers and sisters that power. But some of us, again, as I say, mix and mangle it and use it. And the old Great Divine, Mother Nature, has to slap you and take your ass back down the sides. That's why we have to empty our mind. That's why you don't see me putting certain things on my banner. That's why I put this on my banner. I don't want nothing to be there, because I want you to hear one's voice and hear the message one is delivering, and not focus so much on the banner or thumbnail, because that's what I said in that Honeybee Theory podcast I made. If people are going to listen, they're going to click on because they want to hear your message, not because of entertainment, not because of what they see. Now, it's good to have things on our banner, and things that relate to our subject and stuff, but our minds need to be open and empty, but not open to negative things or looking for the wrong in the teacher we're listening to. Because again, if we are truly connected to that divine deep within, we'll know who the real teachers are. So we don't have to sit there and judge and look for something wrong. Just listen. And any kinks we have within ourselves, deal with it so we can stay in this battle and fight for the real cause and the real enemy. The real enemy is the evil entities that think they run in this world, which is they full of shit if they think that, because anyone that think they're above that higher supreme being, you're a damn fool. And again, like I said, that divine hammer is going to come down hard. So keep playing with that force, Great divine, don't play, as I said on the podcast yesterday. Hey, I told y'all I'd be rhyming. I write rhymes a lot. And I use that as an example. When you do a gift a lot, something you love, something that ain't hurting nobody though. I always got to put that out there. And you do it a lot, it be in your subconscious. That's why practicing on being a right brother, and just living your life right, you come into amazing things because you're not blinded by toxic stuff or toxic thoughts. That's why I say empty our minds and sift through the trash. And the trash is this shit out in the media. Is it worth talking about anymore? Really, think about it, brothers and sisters. This celeb shit, is it really worth talking about? Oh, let me go back to that podcast that I talk about I made about turning our back on evil entities. And when we do that, brothers and sisters, you know what'll happen? They will begin to fight amongst themselves. That's when I was talking about the prediction. That's what I said in there. And I said, you have different celebrities, they talking about each other and talking this celebrity, talking about that celeb or that celeb talking about that. When they begin to talk about each other, I laugh because you're all in the same cabal, so to speak. So it's just a matter of time that they'll get to you too. So be careful who we laugh at and make fun of, as I heard from another great brother that has a good platform, a great platform. And he has a huge, huge following. But he a good brother, good dude. And something he said, he always dropped jewels. And actually his name relates to jewel dropping because he dropped jewels. And he been in the hip hop community for a long, long time. He's interviewed a lot of great artists. And he's a good brother. But he always say, the very thing that we laugh at would be the very thing that will make us cry. So these celebs, it's a certain individual that's like kind of poking the bear a little bit at this other celeb that's kind of in the media and they raided his house and all that crap. But I'm telling you, and the brother that's kind of messing with him, he made music. I like him, as a brother because he's kind of cool. But if I could get that brother some advice, I'm telling you, if you have been anywhere near the beast, you're going to be affected. I'm sorry. It goes for everybody. And you know what? This is it's one of those hard truths. It's one of those hard pills we have to swallow. And this goes for Tupac, Easy, all of them. It's unfortunate, but they all were in there with that beast. So I'm telling you, once you bump shoulders with the devil, it's a done deal. Real talk, it's a done deal. It's just a matter of time that devil going to come back around. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a matter of if. As you know, I like to say, it's a matter of when. So I go back to what I said that brother said on that podcast. Be careful who we make fun of or laugh at, because it'll be the very thing we make fun of, be the same thing that make us cry. So that's why we should be intelligent, brothers and sisters. Don't sit back and poke at things when people are down or going through something. Even if they did something if they did something evil, we don't have to indulge ourselves in that. Let that higher force take care of them, and it will. The courts and the people in social media and all that shit, we ain't got to do nothing. I'm telling you, nature is going to take its course. How many times have we heard? Excuse me, I'm stuttering. How many times have we heard that nature will take its course, and it always does, good or bad? Because you've heard me say 1,000 times, whatever we harbor deep, deep within, whether it's good or bad, the universe is going to draw it out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And how does one know this? Because I have experienced it. I've heard other teachers tell stories about their lives. They have experienced it. We have seen it in ourselves. We have seen it in our children. I mean, like I say, whether we call it God or divine, whatever force is out there, when you fuck with it, and you'll find out why you shouldn't, So, hey, that evil shit, if you're doing evil shit, it'll come soon or it'll come later. But it's coming. You best believe it's coming. So that's why we have to empty our minds, because, again, like I said, evil entities know that brothers and sisters are rising. So, like I said, the game never changes. The game changes, but the players remain the same. The players change, but the game remains the same. Excuse me. The players change. Because that go back to what I said. I heard, I think it was Ice Cube said on Twitter. You know, when they done dragging this one through the mud and tearing him down, it'll just be another one. And they'll just keep repeating the process. And then to build somebody else, be plastered out. It might be the same individual that's making fun of this person. I'm telling you, you got to be careful, man. Because these evil entities have no love. They have nothing but hate. So that, it's always going to be some kind of chaos or some celeb that's going through some drama and all that, because it was a time where celebs were the only ones that was like on TV and all that. Remember that, brothers and sisters, before social media, when only celebs had that access to TV and spotlight and all that. Now everybody got a TV. So it lessened the power of a lot of industries. A lot of industries are falling, and celebs are falling too. And as I said in that podcast about turning our back on evil entities, they will begin to crumble and fight amongst themselves, because when you have been living in chaos for decades, it's just a matter of time. And, for that train just bam, you know what I'm saying? I said that on the pod. It's just a matter of time. And those who are aware, we should know this. So we can speak on it, because some of us have children that listen to some of these artists and look up to some of these celebs. So of course, yeah, we got to stay up current and, protect our children. But don't let it stick to us like that Venom thing on Spider-Man like that. Don't let it stick to us like that. Don't get too close to it. Don't engage too much with it. It's because this shit is wicked. It really is. If you got a weak ass mind, man, they'll take your mind any freaking direction they want to take it. That's why I say empty our minds and sift through this damn trash out here. Real talk. And pay attention to our families, our children, significant other. That's what we need to focus on. Again, that's why I got this on my banner. Because I want you to hear one's voice, the message, and the spirit of our ancestors. Spirit of Shaka Zulu. I said that Shaka Zulu would laugh at us. You know how powerful that dude was, and the warriors he had with him. And I hope we are setting a tone in the morning every day. I speak on this. I spoke on this on a productivity podcast. Set that tone in the morning every day. I don't care if it's work or if you're off, whatever. If you have nothing planned, set that tone anyway. Meditate anyway. You'll be surprised the powerful things that will develop or will come into our psyche or subconscious. And if you have a TV, preferably a big screen, not about material or having things, just because it looks better when you look at it. Sometimes I do the ocean. Sometimes I do the universe. Sometimes I do the mountains. Right now, I got my 7 warriors. I talked about that. Because sometimes you be in warrior mode. Sometimes you be in, smooth mode. Like I say, we get emotions, but we learn how to regulate them and channel different things. Good things, of course. Positive things. And sift out that bad shit. Again, empty our minds and sift through the fucking trash. All right. I got 7 warriors on my screen. Again, it's not about being materialistic or nothing like that. But great divine will bless us when we appreciate things, brother, sister, young, or old. And on my screen, I have 7 warriors, and it's called 7 Powerful Warriors. I think that's the name of it. You can look it up on YouTube. It's a meditation, and they look fierce. It looks intimidating. I want it to be that way. I want it to look intimidating, and it has 7 warriors, and it has 7 brothers, and it looked like one sister that I can see. And you have one brother standing in the middle, and then you have 3 standing off. You got 3 standing off to the left and 3 standing off to the right. And then you got this bold, intimidating brother. And they all got on African wear and the spear and the makeup and the mask and all that. I mean, not like fake man. I mean, how, our African brothers dress, our warrior brothers dress with the, with the paint on their face, and like that's how they look. And it looks, man. And this is my meditation, and it plays little drums in the background. So, but whatever, this is just my thing. But whatever you do in the morning that eases your mind and help you to be ready before we leave out that door. Again, paranoia is a thing of the past. It's about being ready and being a general that we are, brother, sister, young or old. And whether we pray or whatever, take it serious. We don't always have to be speaking, and don't ask for a lot of things, as I always say. Just meditate, close your eyes, sit Indian style, and call down that great strength from our great divine. Protection for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy. And tell yourself it's going to be a good day. I do that a lot, especially when I got to work. I say today it's going to be a good day, because that's what we do. We empty our minds and we fill it with positive energy and righteous weapons, so we can be ready for person, place, or thing, because it's a spiritual battle. Whether you know it, believe it, acknowledge it, we're in it, whether you know it or not. Just like we're a part of nature, whether we want to know it or not. And go against it, and you'll find out. So that's my message I want to give, family, brothers and sisters, current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that view. Empty our minds and sift through this damn trash out here. Salute.